Can you help me to reach 999 subscribers? It all began when our protagonist let go of his bag of foods he bought. This is Kwon Young-jin, and he is just looking above the sky, confusingly thinking of the snake above the sky. Suddenly sharp claw grab a building. Young-jin was startled, as the dragon's face came looking at him. So he panicked. Young-jin suddenly hit someone as he about to turn around to run. He was confused who it was. Then he saw a guy with cool swords and it spoke to him. His eyes widened, as this guy told it was a dragon. Then his eyes opened, realizing it's only a dream. Young-jin sat down. While contemplating about his dream, he suddenly felt coldness at his room. So he turns up the heater and walked to his kitchen. Young-jin opened his rice cooker, but the rice he cooked earlier was already spoiled. So he was speechless. He had no other choice than throw it away. He goes to his restroom to do his routine. While he was brushing his teeth, he was thinking to eat something later. He goes out of his room, carrying the spoiled rice earlier. Then he noticed a dog beside him, eating trash from the garbage. So he felt disgusted. Eventually he threw the garbage he was carrying, but he looked the dog again. Young-jin goes to a convenience store, looking for a food he wants to eat. But something caught his attention. It was a dog food, so he take a look on it. But he was surprised when he looked at its price being so expensive. Somehow, Young-jin still bought it. He wants to give it to the dog earlier. Then it eat the food he bought. Young-jin pat his head and told not to eat trash. Afterwards, Young-jin leave the dog. But the dog didn't finish his food. Then he is just looking at Young-jin. People were busy doing their business. Young-jin took his earpads and put it to his ears. It turns out that it was Young-jin's birthday and webmail from an ad keeps greeting him from a text message. But he just ignored it. So he just continue his way. He finally arrived at Sampo High School and he goes to his room. His classmates were busy doing a personality test on their phone. Eventually Young-jin came in. A girl was asking Jung-hee where she was going, and she replied that she's going to class 5. One of his classmates remembered his birthday and greeted him, but he just replied a cold thanks. Young-jin removed one of his earpads and heard his classmate talking about tarot reading. Young-jin smirks as he heard their conversation that the tarot reading were worth 10,000 won, which very expensive. For him, that tarot reader making easy money for just one session that make him no wonder cults keep targeting people. He think if they're idiots. Because for Young-jin, if it was real, people wouldn't born on the same day and have the same life personality. He then began to think these people is a bit psychopath, with zero empathy, but he keep those words for himself. But someone suddenly hit his back while greeting his birthday. While Young-jin enduring the pain, his friend gave him a lot of buns. Then he act like he was a servant. Young-jin was surprised he actually gave him a bun as a birthday gift as he found it funny. His friend likened the word birthday bump into birthday bun. Young-jin offers his friends to get one for themselves. Then Young-jina asked if there's anything to drink and his friend agreed. So they bought. His friend wants to grab some pork cutlets after school, but one of his friend assume Young-jin might have dinner with his family. This stops him from eating. Then he sarcastically laughed and asked who does family dinner for their birthday these days, and his friends agreed with him. Someone came in. Young-jin saw him and teased he was going to tell the homeroom teacher for being late. Out of nowhere, he suddenly told they need to be careful today because he had a dream about breaking his teeth, and this dream is about people around him getting hurt. But instead of believing him, Young-jin asked him if he just grind his teeth in his sleep. He insisted his dreams are usually right even the last time. Since this was the case, Young-jin's friend make a bet if they don't get hurt. There's a 10,000 bet. The nerdy one bet 10,000 won on getting hurt, which confused Young-jin. It turns out that he purposely hurt Young-jin to win the 10,000 won bet. So his other friends do the same to win the 10,000 won bet. Young-jin tried to run, but someone stopped them using a broom. He bet 50,000 won on Young-jin not getting hurt. So they got intense to win the bet. Young-jin immediately leave the room, but he regret everything since there's a lot of money on their bets. Someone suddenly bumped him. This caused her things to fell. Young-jin apologizes and she also apologized as didn't see where she was heading. Young-jin noticed a card. This was the Hanged Man, which made him curious what it was about. Young-jin handed the tarot card at her, but she suddenly grabs his hand. He began to wonder what she was doing. She just staring at his hand, which made Young-jin felt awkward. He look around as he confusingly think there's something wrong. Then she suddenly called him. She asked if it was his birthday today. Young-jin was surprised she know about it. After asking, she took the tarot card. She told that she can read fortune and she offers Young-jin if he want to pick one, which Young-jin refuses immediately. She wants him to try it once, but Young-jin still refusing. Just a sudden, one of his friend came out from their room, holding a broom. The guy that tried to help him earlier had been lose, so he advises Yongjin to run. So Yongjin did and leaves her without a word. But she noticed a tarot card on the ground, so she picked it up. This card is the 8th of death. Moreover, her friends called her, asking what she was doing. But she was thinking if she goes to her friends or should she help Yongjin from the danger as tarot gave him a death card. She ignores it and goes to her friends. Afterwards, the class started. They are so tired after so much things happen in just a single day. As he want to write something, his eyes slowly closing. Then his teacher told for those who are dozing off, "Do you need some cold air to wake up?" He suddenly snaps as he realize he fall asleep. Then he asks his friend of what page they were, but he was also sleeping. So he teases them for not focusing. But his attention was caught as he saw a dark figure outside of their classroom. Yongjin's eyes widened as he saw it looking at him. His teacher called him, asking his name. Their teacher noticed Yongjin staring at the hallway since earlier, and one of his classmates told his name to their teacher. Their teacher asked if he want them to open the hallway window, which Yongjin refused, and still wondering the thing he saw outside. But as he looked at it again, the figure disappear. While Yongjin contemplating about the figure he saw outside, his teacher noticed his friend. He doesn't realize that their teacher and classmate knew he was sleeping already. As the class finished, Yongjin goes outside of his room. He look around the hallway, but he's still wondering what was that he saw earlier. However, someone approaching him, greeting him on his birthday. Then this guy hits him like the nerd one earlier. Yongjin asked what's his problem. Then he introduced himself like they known each other. Yongjin recognized him as Jong Sihu. Jong Sihu asked him to do something about his pathetic hair since he don't even want to pretend he know Yongjin. But in Yongjin's thoughts, he said to himself, then just don't pretend to know me, this bastard. But Jong Sihu noticed the way Yongjin looked at him. So he bumped his head and asked what's with that face. You look like you just called me a bastard in your head, right? You think I wouldn't know you jerk? Then someone grabbed Yongjin's arm, causing Jong Sihu to get out of balance. Jong Sihu wondering what's with her. Then it turns out it was Hui Su, the girl that has tarot earlier, and she asked Jong Sihu what is he doing with her boyfriend. This surprised both of them. Jong Sihu can't believe that Kwon Yongjin was his boyfriend. Yongjin was confused what's going on. Then he remembered her at the hallway earlier. Jong Sihu keep asking Lee Hui Su if it is for real. So he got irritated since he liked Lee Hui Su so much. He told what am I supposed to do against a girl? Then he taps Yongjin's shoulder and whispered sorry with menace look. Then he added, so you have a girlfriend. Isn't that good for you? Lee Hui Su is rich. Then frankly mentioned Yongjin as being poor orphan. Then he just leave like nothing happens. Lee Hui Su asked what did Jong Sihu said to him. Yongjin removes her hand from his arms, asking if she even doing, if she even know him and what do she mean he's her boyfriend. Yongjin worried of what could possibly happen if Jong Sihu spreads rumors. Lee Hui Su replied, I'd actually like it if there were rumors which confused Yongjin. Then she asked Yongjin for a date. Yongjin thought she was seriously doing this as a punishment, but Lee Hui Su genuinely like him. But Yongjin doesn't want to fall into foolish actions, so he declined. She left speechless after that, but her eyes still into Yongjin, so she followed him every time, whenever he goes, and even when he eat. The next day, Hui Su left him a strawberry juice on his seat. His friend called him, trying to convince Yongjin to tell the truth as there's nothing to hide from them. He asked Yongjin if they were really dating, which Yongjin immediately denied. Suddenly, someone called him, declaring his girlfriend is here, which caught their attention. Hui Su was there smiling at him. Yongjin's face gone pale as she always pops from nowhere. So Yongjin and Hui Su goes to hallway to talk. Then Yongjin said, hey, stop it before I really get angry, and Hui Su wonder what's the problem. Hui Su advises him to calm down, but he doesn't want to calm and told she has to stop. Hui Su thinks she hate him, so she swore she will do better from now on. Yongjin was annoyed as he told he don't need to do better since they never been dating, but Hui Su just replied she love him. So Yongjin crashed out, wanting to do it in her way. He broke up with her and declared they are strangers from now on. Then he just leaves her. She puts her hand in her face. Afterwards, the sunset rises. Yongjin bought his food before heading home. He was shivering while reading the chat of his friend, teasing him about Hui Su. He start to get annoyed as they want him to confess about their relationship. Even their group chat, he's still denying it. But something caught his attention. It was the hungry dog again, eating from the trash. Yongjin felt pity about him, but he can't do anything to care him since he doesn't have enough money. Yongjin arrived at his room. Then he noticed the cloud outside starts to dim. He decided to go in. Yongjin put his things. Like usual, his life inside this room is so depressing. The rain start pouring, but Yongjin was worried about the dog outside. so he had no other choice and goes for it. The dog was caught by the rain, so he blow it up. The dog shakes and Yongjin disgusted. It immediately goes to his bed, making Yongjin surprised he acts like this is his home. However, he was happy to have companion in his room. He prepare a meal for the dog. He felt pity as he always seeing him at the trash, making him to think he must have lost its owner, or abandoned, or maybe it never had an owner. The dog slowly going to Yongjin. Then it goes to his lap. Yongjin felt happiness after having companion in his room for the first time. It put its han on his chest. Then it began to scratching his chest, which shocks Yongjin. He wonder what's wrong with him. He decided to stand up to do some house chores. However, someone peeping on his window. The dog look at it, so Yongjin look on it too. See nothing. Someone suddenly knocked at his dog. So the dog got alerted and barked on the door. Yongjin was confused. Someone came at 9 p.m. because there's no way any of his friends would come this late. Yongjin peeked into his peephole, but it was too dark. He was surprised as someone told Yongjin, "It's me." Yongjin kept asking who she was, so she replied, "Who else? Huisu," and Yongjin's face got pale. He slowly opens the door and saw Huisu wet from the rain. He asked her how did she get here. She just said, the concept of an ex-girlfriend with regrets after benign dumped by her boyfriend. Yongjin got annoyed and confused what she just meant, but his noticed something. Her uniform are soaking wet, making her underwear slightly can see through. So Yongjin immediately goes to his room to get a towel and throw in Huisu's face. He also gave her umbrella. They move forward. Huisu wants to share umbrella with him since she's cold. So Yongjin gave his jacket to her. He asked her how did she knew he live here. She replied, "I followed you." Yongjin asked her, "Are you really crazy? Why did you follow me all the way to my house? Why are you doing this to me? Stop acting like a fool and talk. What do you want?" Huisu asked him if she tell him, will he willing to give it to her, and Yongjin wants to listen first. Yongjin's eyes widened as she said, "I want you." This made him speechless. So he asked her again if she was seriously ill. He ordered her to go home while he was thinking if he looked easy to her. She asked him if he wanted money. It hits Yongjin's ego. She offers 100,001 per hour just to hang out with her. Yongjin thought she is just making a joke as no student could have such kind of money. But Huisu said, "I have it." Then her bank statement shows she has 11 million won in her account. Yongjin was speechless to her, a huge amount on her account. Yongjin thought she's just insane, so he asked her if her parents know about this, but she acknowledged Yongjin not refusing her offer. She suddenly sent the 100,000 won they talking about. Yongjin was flabbergasted if he is the one who was crazy. He can't believe she will do anything for 100,000 won an hour. He even imagined his friends look so disgusted for selling his body for money. So he said they are just going to do this until the bus stops and they must not act like they know each other at school. Huisu replied, "Why? Are you worried? Are you afraid there might be rumors? Come on, you can do it even if you don't have money." Yongjin doesn't have parents, right? But she somehow think he also secretly hiding it from his friends. She reaches her hand while demanding to be treat her well. Yongjin was surprised from everything she said since all of it was right. Huisu were waiting for him to reach her hands, but Yongjin took so long to hold her. He was hesitant at first, but he decided he want her to just go and he will give back the money she gave. He had enough with her craziness. So he gave her the umbrella she's supposed to use, and he swore she can do whatever she want at school. Yongjin was surprised as she suddenly said, "I hate money and girls that acting all expensive." Then she suddenly mentioned that Yongjin is a guy who's about to die soon. Yongjin got confused what she was talking about as she keeps saying he will die today. He took the card he left earlier and showed it to Yongjin and said her tarot readings have never been wrong and he's dying today. Suddenly she crashed out, mouthing at Yongjin to get a grip. She was frustrated as Yongjin's pride are unnecessarily high when all he need to do is give his empty body for her. She throw the card at his face while asking him, "Why can't you understand what I'm saying?" But Yongjin just kept telling her she's really crazy. She told he is a body that's going to die anyway, so she demanded Yongjin to give it to her instead. But Yongjin still thinking she's just talking crazy things. She pulled his hand, causing Yongjin to get out of balance, so he falls to the ground. Yongjin asked her what is she doing, as the rain keeps pouring. Yongjin's eyes can't believe of what he saw. Her reflection was a multiple hands holding his hand. Yongjin slowly looking up. Then he saw her monstrous look. He was horrified from her real appearance. She was crying at Yongjin from not holding her hand quickly, while Yongjin was on the ground, wondering what's the thing holding him, but he noticed Huisu's leg underneath the hands. Eventually her hands lets go and asked Yongjin for the last time, will he give his body to her? Yongjin stutters, so Huisu gave him 3 seconds to answer. She began to count from 1, 2. At 3, instead of answering, he ran away from her. So she chased him. She's so desperate to take Yongjin's body. He wonder if this is just a dream. Suddenly, he noticed the monster preparing for attack. So he was caught off guard and lose his balance. Her attack didn't land it at Yongjin, but he's slowly losing his consciousness. She grabs her, and glad that she finally caught Yongjin. She somehow slips from the banana peels. This made her lose her balance and stumble to the ground. Yongjin recovers while enduring the pain. The monster began to move again. Then Yongjin realized this wasn't a dream after all. Once he get caught, he will be dead for sure. Luckily, he noticed a small alley. He rushed into it. He gasped for air after exhausted for running in a long time. He tried to recover his exhaustion. He looked around to check if she's still chasing him, but luckily no sign of her can be seen. Though she wasn't able to get in since this place is narrow, so he sat down to rest for a while. But he was surprised as he heard her voice asking, "Did you think I couldn't come?" It turns out that she crammed herself above him. Yongjin frightened. She began to get annoyed. Yongjin tries to run again, but his legs won't move due to shock. Because of that, she was able to catch him. She personally attacked him with these words, "In a dirty semi-basement room, with no mom or dad, you're hiding from your friends, because you're ashamed too. It's miserable, why do you even live?" Yongjin begs for help as he can't do anything, but the place is too dark and seems no one can hear him. Yongjin cried, while she was telling him that he doesn't have anyone who will come to help him. She advises him to just give up now in order not to struggle to live anymore. But Yongjin shoved her hand and tried to run away again. She got annoyed for his stubbornness. In his mind, he wants to live even how hard his life was. She keep telling that she just want his body. She wants to make it easier for him just like Huisu. Yongjin slowly reaching the end of the alley. But she began to rush, causing her to forcefully catch Yongjin's left arm. Yongjin doesn't realize his hand were actually cut off. She was surprised Yongjin wasn't on her hand, so he looked and saw his hand instead. She regret what she have done but blaming Yongjin from running away from her. She gone crazy after ruining everything. Yongjin's body that she liked the most had been damaged, so she crashed out, looking for answer to solve this problem. She gone crazy, destroying anything around her. Meanwhile, Yongjin slowly moving. He was thinking if he really going to die like this, but he was thinking if he really need to live in hell in his daily life. This made him accepting his destiny to die. Then he remember his friend that said about his dream. She goes to Yongjin's dying body. She knew there's no purpose on his body anymore, so she decided to destroy him instead. As she opened her mouth, Yongjin just closed his eyes, accepting his fate. But all of a sudden, someone run towards him. It was the dog. Then it suddenly lunges at her. She was caught off guard as the dog suddenly cut her in half. It turns out that it was a real person after all. Yongjin saw him. He remembered the swords he was holding, the earrings that seems familiar, so he recognized who it was. The guy said, "In the year of Gapjin, the month of Jeongmyo, on the day of Byeongsal, happy birthday." It was the same guy he met in his dream, and he called Yongjin as his descendant. As his consciousness slowly fading, the guy greeted him on his birthday, and telling he was his offspring. As Yongjin's vision faded, he slowly woke up. He saw a familiar bulb above him. He was covered in sweat. Turns out that his room was too hot, and he was surprised from all the sweat on his body. Yongjin looked for his phone, and look at the time. He got surprised to see the time at 11:22, so he immediately sit up. He knew he was screwed and wondering when did he fall asleep yesterday, but he stopped as he tried to remind it. Then he remembered the time his hand snatched by a monster, so he look at his hand, but seems to be fine. He is confused what happened that time. Then it reminds him Lee Huisu. His snaps, as his phone suddenly rang because his homeroom teacher called him. Afterwards, he goes to Sampo High School. One of the worker here had been annoyed as the statue getting unplugged over and over. Yongjin finally arrives, thinking about Lee Huisu if she come to school, but he go inside since he's late for his class. While Yongjin walking towards the hallway, he noticed two girls talking about Lee Huisu acting weird, but they had no idea what it caused. They got annoyed as they weren't able to get tarot reading. When Yongjin peeked at their classroom, he noticed Huisu. Her looks doesn't change, so he assumed she's fine. So he began to think if he should ask what happened last day. One of his friends noticed him coming to school at lunchtime. Yongjin reacted as they mentioned him coming late while his friends worrying about him and just came to school to look for his girlfriend. As Yongjin about to explain what happened last time, he saw Huisu looking at him. Her face were in disbelief, but they got confused of what he just did, because he ducked under the window. They thought he just got excited from making eye contact with Huisu. Yongjin trying to hide himself from her while his friend think he's pathetic. As the class began, Yongjin still can't move on as he don't remember what happened last day, because he is sure that he definitely got seriously hurt, but he don't remember a single thing after that, and even how he got home, and he was sure it wasn't a dream since it makes sense. However, the thing that make him believe it was real was the 100,000 won he received from Li Huisu. He's wondering if he should ask about it. After the class, he decided not to ask since her arm looks fine after all. Later on, Yongjin goes to his homeroom teacher. His homeroom teacher assuring if there's nothing wrong and just overslept. Yongjin agreed and the homeroom teacher believes him. Since the bell rang, he was advised to hurry up and go. Yongjin looked at his phone, realizing he only coasting through today's class. When he was busy using his phone, Huisu called him, so he got startled and Huisu apologized for scaring him. She heard that Yongjin went to the teacher's office, so she waited, but Yongjin asked her if stalking is her hobby. Then he asked her if she can't act normally. While Huisu apologizing for making him uncomfortable, Yongjin was looking around and glad that no one here. But Yongjin told her to talk somewhere with people because he was worried she might suddenly turn against him. Huisu explained that she was posseed by a ghost that time. Yongjin is confused what she meant, but Yongjin caught his attention by the statue behind her, while Huisu keep apologizing. Yongjin wondering why the statue standing there. He knew this statue is from the main gate, and it wasn't here before, which Huisu agreed. It suddenly rise its body, then it run towards them. They got startled, so they run immediately. They have been chased by the statue. Yongjin thought she was the one doing this, so he asked and Huisu immediately deny it. What do you mean it's not? You did the same thing to me yesterday, Yongjin said. So Huisu replied, I can explain everything. She explained it was caused by a ghost called Sangoxi and she wasn't doing it, but Yongjin told her to shut up and just run. Yongjin knew the statue would catch them at this rate, and Yongjin noticed the ball rack. So Yongjin had an idea. He grabs the ball rack, pushing it to make the ball scatter all over the place. It hurled towards the statue, but it suddenly jumps over the balls. Then he landed perfectly. Yongjin and Huisu was exhausted for running for long. As Yongjin wants to go somewhere with people, she grabs something at her pocket. She wants to use it to the statue. Then she poured the bag of beans to the statue, but the statue had a good reflex. He repelled the beans one by one. Yongjin asked her what she was doing while grabbing her out of the situation. Yongjin saw the gate, so he immediately told her to come outside. The statue rushes and Yongjin immediately grabs the gate. Yongjin and Huisu gasp for air. The statue stops, staring at them, while Yongjin and Huisu was so tired from long chase. They saw the statue leaving, thinking if it finally gives up. But Huisu got surprised when she saw a flag raising. So she called Yongjin, because the statue wants to do a jump pole to jump over the gate. Yongjin saw it, thinking it was crazy, so he looked around, and he saw a cart beside them. The statue successfully passed through the fence, but Yongjin suddenly called Li Huisu. He told her to move. As the statue about to land, Yongjin used the cart to catch him, and throwing him through the garbage. They got disgusted by the smell of trash that lingers his body. The statue stood up, glaring at Yongjin and Huisu. So Yongjin immediately called Huisu to grab their chance to escape. But the statue suddenly charges at Yongjin, grabbing his neck. Yongjin can't do anything as the statue choke him. It gave him a death stare, as Yongjin slowly losing his breath. Huisu took the amulet from her pocket. She called the statue's attention. Then she threw the amulet. It snaps and the reaction of the statue was furiously shocked. It explodes on his face. This helps him to let go Yongjin's neck. She immediately goes to help Yongjin and asked if he was okay, and Yongjin replied not at all. They took this opportunity to run away from the situation while the statue enduring the pain. They finally found a hideout. Huisu trying to lit her lighter while Yongjin yapping at her for not using the amulet earlier, but she ignored what he just said after trying to lit up something. Yongjin asked if she was smoking and she replied no, it's incense. While Yongjin wondering what she was doing, she explained she's doing a simple ritual, a ceremony to dispel negativity. Then she pulled a piece of cloth from her pocket. Then she cut it in half. She tied it on Yongjin's wrist and advising not to remove it until midnight. Yongjin just looked at it. He then said, "You're really weird, you know that?" She replied, "I understand the suspicion but I really didn't do anything. Can we talk after school, maybe, but Yongjin immediately refuses. He sighed. Then he told fine, let's say you were possessed by a ghost yesterday and today was just a coincidence. The fact remains that ever since getting involved with you weird stuff keeps happening to me. Huisu trying so hard to clean herself, but Yongjin had enough and thanked her for saving him. But before he leaves, he declared that none of this would have happened if it weren't for her in the first place, so he advised stop pretending they know each other. Huisu was speechless as Yongjin leaves. She felt bad as Yongjin doesn't believe her after all. As the sunset rises, Yongjin finally arrives at his apartment. When he's about to open his door, he remembers the piece of cloth that tied to his hand. This remembers him the word she said earlier, but Yongjin doesn't believe it, so he threw it away. Yongjin got inside, opening his lights. He got startled to see the dog on his bed. Yongjin was confused at first, but he remembered him after all. He thought the dog had been here the whole time, so he must be hungry. They just staring at each other. Then Yongjin decided to get a food for him. Just like before, he serves him the same food. The dog immediately goes for it, while Yongjin heads to his bed. While he was busy on his phone, he heard a voice said, "It's this again. Bring some proper food." Yongjin slowly turned around, looking at his dog, while the dog do the same thing.